Thanks, guys. Welcome to the Courtside Show. I am your host, Lucy Rodine, and for the second week in a row, the Hawks have a top 10 team in town. But the last time around did not end the way I wanted. The Hawks fell at home against Michigan State and then a few days later lost on the road to Minnesota. But the team knows just as well as we do that there is no time to dwell on those losses when Michigan is next up on the schedule. And the Wolverines, they're coming into Carver tonight with only one loss this season. The Maize and Blue lead the conference in scoring defense against the three, and they're second in the Big Ten in turnover margin, scoring margin, and field goal percentage defense. So are you sensing a theme here? The Wolverines are a very good defensive team.
It's a solid group. They play together. More so probably than any other team that we've played. They're so connected on both ends of the floor, and it'll be a fun matchup for us. This is another opportunity to play against a top-tier team in the country. So, games against Michigan are always fun. So, just looking forward to another fun one tomorrow.
A lot of it has to do with their versatility. The fact that they got a bunch of guys that are around 6'5", 6'6", 210 pounds, 215 pounds that can guard a bunch of different positions, and I think that'll help any defense, regardless of they're one of the better ones in the country, but they'll do switching and they'll do stuff like that, and they don't get hurt too much because of the size and versatility that their guys have. So I think that's one of the main things.
So the golden question is, how do you beat the team that seemingly can't be beat? Well, Wisconsin did it by forcing Michigan into turning the ball over and getting freshman phenom Ignas Brazdeikis in a foul situation more tangled than the pronunciation of his name. But here's Fran's take on how to stop the Maize and Blue.
Do a lot of things. You want to beat a team that's 20-1. You got to play well in transition. You got to defend. You got to do it all consistently, not in spurts. You got to win the battle on the glass. They're going to, make broken play threes if you don't. So you got to fight them on the glass. You got to fight them in transition. You got to run your stuff. You got to move the ball. You got to do it better than they do because they're going to be trying to do the same things.
Sounds simple enough, right? Well, in order to beat the number 5 team in the country, Carver is going to need to do its best Nicholas Bear impression tonight and act as the 6th man. With more on what you need to know if you're planning on packing the stands, we have DITV sports reporter Natalie Accapetti standing by in Carver with some important information for tonight's game. Natalie?
Thanks, Lucy, and good thing Carver is warm right now for tonight's sold-out game. Fans are encouraged to wear their black and gold gear depending on where their seat is located. They can find more information on that online. And also, don't forget to download your Hawkeye Lights app to be able to be a part of the first ever Hawkeye Light Show prior to the game. Lucy, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Natalie. And the Iowa Athletics office announced last week that tonight's game is sold out, and it could not come at a better time because the Hawks are going to need all the help they can get. So, does Iowa do it? Do the Hawks finally get that signature conference win? I'm saying yes. Iowa's coming off 2 tough road losses where you really felt like the Hawks had a chance, but it just couldn't get it done. They let it slip away both times. And this team has proven this year that they're a resilient bunch. So I'm taking Iowa tonight over Michigan. I think Iowa will finally get those offensive juices flowing again and find a way to defensively beat Michigan at their own game. But it won't be easy by any means. And my record says that you can probably trust me on that pick. But come back on Monday to see if you still trust me and for results from the game. Declan and Jacob, back to you guys.